Libra, August 7th, I'm seeing romantic movement, but it has to meet inner steadiness or it turns into a mess fast. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the one coming in with the text, the invite, the look that says, I want more. The Knight of Cups is romance with momentum, and yes, it can be sincere. But it can also move on feeling alone. So if you sent the message, make sure you mean it. If you are planning the date, keep it real. Don't build a whole future off one sweet conversation. You knew this already. Charm is not commitment. A dreamy offer is not proof of follow through. Page of Cups reversed. The Page of Cups reversed is awkward vulnerability. The Page of Cups reversed is the draft you wrote, then deleted. It's the little gesture you read too much into, because this can make you act cute instead of honest. You might be waiting for a sign, then convincing yourself the sign means everything. Actually, no, it might just be mixed signals. Say what you feel plainly. If you keep romanticizing confusion, you will miss the red flag sitting right in front of you. Slow down the impulse to reply fast. Slow down the wishful thinking. Ask yourself what was actually said, what was actually done, and what was only hoped for. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Pentacles reversed is the part that says, I'll handle it later, and then later never comes. The Page of Pentacles reversed shows inconsistency, delay, and poor follow through. I'm seeing half-started plans, missed deadlines, and promises that sounded good but never got built. This is where the romance can get unstable because the practical side is not showing up. If someone keeps talking about effort but never makes a concrete plan, that is the message. If you are the one scattering your energy, stop starting over. Finish one thing, lock one plan. Put the time, the place, and the action on the calendar. Don't treat commitment casually. So the moment is simple. The Knight of Cups wants movement. The Page of Cups reversed wants honesty. The Page of Pentacles reversed wants structure. That is the balance. You can feel the pull. You can answer the message. You can even let yourself enjoy the flirtation. But do not let longing lead the whole thing. If it is real, it can survive a clear conversation and a real plan. If it cannot, then it was only fantasy wearing good perfume. Libra, August 7th. I'm seeing a test of restraint here, not a test of feelings. A test of what you do with them. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is showing romantic movement, but it wants to move fast and pretty. This card is about the text you almost send at midnight. The dreamy plan. The soft invitation, and yes, the charm is real. But the Knight of Cups can confuse longing with commitment. So if somebody is talking sweet, watch the follow through. If you are the one reaching out, keep it honest, keep it simple, no overpromising, no building a whole future off one good conversation. If it is real, it can stand in daylight. Strength. Strength is the quiet correction in the moment. This card asks for patience, not pressure. It asks for calm hands, not a clenched jaw. Hold your tongue if the conversation gets tense. Do not turn softness into a performance. Do not try to win by being harder than everybody else in the room. Strength works when you stay centered and let the moment pass without feeding it. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Strength is not passive. It is controlled. It is choosing not to react when pride wants the last word. If you have been tempted to force an answer, stop, breathe. One more beat. Page of Cups reversed. The Page of Cups reversed is the awkward emotional wobble. This reversal shows mixed signals, blocked intuition, and that little urge to act cute instead of being direct. I'm seeing the kind of behavior where you draft the vulnerable message, then delete it. Then you read a tiny gesture like it means everything. Don't do that. Don't romanticize confusion. If someone is being unclear, name it. If you are unsure, say you are unsure. This reversal can make you reach for fantasy when the facts are plain. So check the facts. Did they actually show up? Did they actually answer? Did they actually mean what they said? If not, stop decorating it. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Pentacles reversed is the practical crack in the whole thing. This reversal is about inconsistency, delay, and poor follow through. Somebody keeps starting, then stalling, or you keep saying later, and later never comes. Look at the concrete stuff, the missed deadline, the half-finished plan, the promise with no calendar behind it. This is not the chapter for vague hope. It is the chapter for one real action, one text answered, one plan made, one thing finished. Don't lie to yourself. Interest is not investment. Wanting something is not building it. So the whole moment is simple. Love may be present, but it needs steadiness. It needs proof. It needs a calm heart and a practical step. If somebody wants you, they can show it. If you want them, show it cleanly. No games, no guessing. No chasing a pretty feeling into a dead end. Libra, August 7th. I'm seeing the connection at a weird point now. Nobody is fully honest and nobody is fully steady. So the whole thing starts wobbling. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the part that wants to move first and think later. It wants to send the text, make the offer, say the sweet thing, and hope the feeling carries the rest. That can be real, but if the words are bigger than the follow through, it turns into a promise with no landing. So watch the charm, watch the dreamy message, watch the urge to believe potential because it sounds beautiful. If they are asking for your heart, they need to show up with something solid, not just a mood. Strength is what keeps this from turning into a mess. Strength is calm restraint. It is not cold. It is not passive. It is the moment you hold your tongue when you want to react and you choose the quieter move instead. I'm seeing a tense exchange here, and the better choice is not to force the outcome. Do not push. Do not perform toughness. Sit still. Breathe. Let your response be measured. That is the power here. Not pressure, not pride. Just control that does not need an audience. Four of Swords. Four of Swords is the pause you keep avoiding. Four of Swords says the mind is tired and the body knows it before the mouth does. So step back, cancel the extra conversation. Put the phone down for a night. Let the silence do some of the work. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Let the silence show you what is real and what is just noise. This moment does not want you forcing answers while you are drained. It wants recovery first, then clarity. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed is the emotional mixed signal. Page of Cups reversed can text from a soft place and still not know what it wants. It can act cute, act vulnerable, then pull back the second the feeling gets too real. So do not romanticize confusion. Do not build a whole story from one sweet gesture. Check the facts. Did they say what they meant? Did they mean what they said? If not, stop filling in the blanks for them. Because this is where wishful thinking starts dressing itself up as intuition. Page of Pentacles reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed is the practical part that keeps slipping. Page of Pentacles reversed starts things, delays things, leaves things half done. One promise here, one excuse there. Then the deadline passes. Then the plan gets vague again. This is not the time for vague commitment. It is the time for one concrete action. One date, one call, one finished task. If they keep saying later, 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 then later is the pattern. Interest is not investment. Wanting is not doing. So the moment is simple, even if the situation is not. Feelings are present, but feelings alone are not enough. One side wants romance. One side needs rest. One side wants honesty. One side keeps stalling. That is the conflict. And the way through it is not more intensity. It is calmer words, cleaner actions, and proof. Libra, August 7th. I'm seeing the shift now, not because somebody suddenly became perfect, Because you stop running on hope alone. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the part that wants to move first and ask questions later. The Knight of Cups shows up with a text, a look, a plan, a promise, and it all feels beautiful until you ask for something solid. You already knew. The message is simple. If they want you, they have to say it cleanly and act like it matters. No vague flirting. No dreamy half plans. If someone is only good at the feeling of pursuit, that is not commitment. Strength. Strength is the correction. Strength is you not biting the hook. You do not need to match their pace, their mood, or their pressure. Strength says hold your tongue if the conversation gets tense. Strength says do not force the answer out of somebody. Let them show you who they are under calm conditions. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Let them show you whether they can stay steady when you stop doing the emotional labor for them. That is the test. Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the pause that saves you. You step back, you sleep. You stop checking the phone every 5 minutes. You cancel the extra plan. You let silence do its job. This is not you giving up. This is you recovering enough to hear your own thoughts again. And once you rest, the noise gets smaller. The confusion does not disappear because you begged it to. It clears because you stop feeding it. Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is where the truth gets practical. If there is something real here, it needs structure. It needs a schedule. It needs feedback. It needs two people doing the work, not one person carrying the fantasy. Ask for help. Ask for clarity. Divide the responsibility. If they cannot coordinate, cannot follow through, cannot build with you, then the connection is not ready. It is not deep if it cannot function. Page of Cups reversed. The Page of Cups reversed is the mixed signal problem. The Page of Cups reversed keeps you reading into small gestures, then deleting the text, then pretending you are fine. Stop that. Name the feeling plainly. Say what happened. Say what you need. Do not romanticize confusion and call it intuition. If the behavior is immature, treat it like immaturity. Not mystery, not fate, immaturity. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Pentacles reversed is the follow-through issue. The Page of Pentacles reversed starts things and leaves them half finished. Plans get made, then delayed. Promises get spoken, then postponed. That is the whole thing. One concrete plan matters more than 10 pretty ideas. If someone keeps saying later, 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 then later is the pattern. Not the exception. So this moment lands on a clean message. Rest first, then look at the actions, then ask for proof, not performance, not charm, proof. That is where your clarity comes from. Libra, August 7th. This is where the picture gets cleaner, not louder, cleaner. You stop feeding the story and start looking at what actually happened. Knight of Cups. This card is about a romantic approach, but it only works when the feeling is real and the move is honest. I'm seeing a message, a soft invite, a plan that sounds sweet on paper. But the Knight of Cups will absolutely overpromise if you let longing drive. So look at the text, look at the timing, look at whether they followed through after the charm. You already knew that. Strength. Strength is not a push. Strength is you holding your nerve when you want to react. This card says, calm down, breathe, and do not make a scene to prove a point. Someone may try to pull you into pride, into proving, into forcing a response. Don't do it. Hold your tongue. Stay steady. That quiet control changes the whole room. Four of Swords. This card is rest, plain and simple. Four of Swords says, stop checking, stop chasing, stop trying to solve it while you are tired. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You are not losing ground by stepping back. You are getting your mind back. Sleep on it. Cancel the extra conversation. Let silence show you what the noise was hiding. Three of Pentacles. This card is where the truth gets practical. Three of Pentacles wants feedback, structure, and shared effort. Not vibes, not promises, work. If someone wants in, they need to show up, coordinate, and do their part. If you have been carrying the whole thing, stop. Ask for help. Divide the task. Watch who can handle a real responsibility and who only likes the idea of one. The Lovers. The Lovers is the decision point. Not fantasy choice. The Lovers asks what matches your values, not just what looks good in the moment. You may be looking at two paths or one person and one truth you keep avoiding. Say it out loud. What do you actually want? The Lovers does not reward half-hearted answers. It asks for alignment, or it asks you to walk away from the split. Page of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed is where the feelings get messy and the signals get weird. This reversal shows emotional immaturity, and it can look cute until you notice nothing is being said plainly. Someone drafts the text, deletes it, sends the emoji, hides the truth. Or you do. Don't romanticize confusion. Don't read a tiny gesture like it is a confession. Name the feeling. Or admit you do not have one solid enough to act on. Page of Pentacles reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed is poor follow through. This reversal is the half-started plan, the delayed reply, the promise that keeps getting pushed to later. Hold on. This is not about effort in theory. It is about whether anything got finished. If they keep starting over, that is the answer. If you keep saying you'll handle it later, that is also the answer. One concrete plan, one deadline, one real step. So the turning point is simple. Rest first. Then listen for the honest feedback. Then watch the actions. Libra, this moment clears when you stop chasing potential and start respecting proof. Libra, August 7th. This is where the truth gets practical. No more circling the feeling. No more acting like urgency is the same thing as real. I'm seeing a choice that has to be made with your feet on the ground, not your head in the clouds. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the romantic push, the text you almost send, the date you imagine, the feeling that says, maybe this could be beautiful. But the Knight of Cups can also run on longing. So if somebody is coming in sweet, look at what they actually do after the sweetness. Did they make a plan? Did they show up on time? Or did they just stir your heart and disappear? You already knew that when that dreamy pull without a plan looked exciting, but still had no structure behind it. Charm is not commitment. Strength. Strength is telling you to hold steady. Strength is the calm face in the middle of pressure. It is not loud. It does not need to prove anything. So if you wanted to react, check them, test them, or force an answer, don't. Sit on your hands if you have to. Breathe first. Answer later. Strength wins by not overplaying the moment. It stays soft without folding. Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the pause. The phone goes down. The room gets quiet. The body finally gets a break. If you have been pushing, checking, rereading, waiting for a sign, stop. Actually, no, stop all the way. Rest is part of the decision here, like when stillness finally told the truth and made the next move clearer. Because when you are tired, everything feels urgent. And urgent is not always true. Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles says this cannot be solved in isolation. It needs structure. It needs conversation. It needs somebody to show their work. So if there is a relationship, a plan, or a situation here, it has to be discussed plainly. Who is doing what? What is being built? What is the timeline? This is the card of getting feedback and dividing the load. If one person is carrying all the effort, that is not teamwork. That is a warning. The Lovers. The Lovers is the real turning point. Not just desire, choice, alignment, truth. Libra, this is your moment. You do not get to split yourself in two just to keep the peace. You have to name what you actually want and choose it cleanly. If somebody fits your heart but not your values, that split will keep hurting. If the connection is real, it can stand in the open. If it cannot be named, it cannot be trusted. Page of Cups reversed. The Page of Cups reversed is the awkward text, the mixed signal, the little emotional performance that does not say the real thing. I need to say this clearly. If you caught yourself reading too much into a tiny gesture, slow down. If you drafted the message and deleted it 3 times, that tells you the feeling is not settled yet. Do not romanticize confusion. Say what is true or do not send it. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Pentacles reversed is the unfinished plan, the promise that keeps getting delayed, the practical stuff left hanging. This is where the moment gets blunt. Interest is not investment. Wanting is not building. If somebody keeps talking about what they will do, but the calendar stays empty, the work is not there. And if that is you, then pick one concrete step and finish it. Not 5-1. So the message is simple and it matches the choice your heart already made. Has to be the one you can actually stand behind. Choose what is real, not what merely feels urgent. Choose the person, the path, the plan that can survive daylight, follow through, and honest conversation. That is the resolution here, not fantasy. Not pressure, truth, structure, and a choice you can stand behind. Okay. That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like. Subscribe. Tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.